So it will give us 10 equal a times 3 square is 9 plus 2 11 11a, and this term is 0. So this gives you a is equal to 10 over 11. This is the value of a. Now we need to substitute two more values of s to get the values of b and c. So if we look at the other term which is in the denominator, s square plus 2. If I substitute this is equal to 0, it gives me s square is equal to minus 2. So which I can write it as 2 iota square. So it gives me value of s as plus minus root 2 iota, which are imaginary values. Okay, so we are not going to work on these values because it will increase the complication. So in this case, what we will do, we select the two values of s on our own which are different than 3. So let's say one of the value to be 0 because it's easy to replace, and the second value that we will use is s is equal to 1 because it's different than 0 and 3 and it's easy to replace. So let's see what happened when we replace s by 0 in this equation. So we will get 10 equal a times 0 square plus 2 0 square plus 2 plus b times 0 plus c times 0 minus 3. Now 0 multiply b, so only this term cancels out to be 0. This gives you 10 equal. Now you can see here a, the value of a is 10 over 11. So we will substitute that value from the above step. And what else you have here? 0 square is 0 plus 2 gives you 2. Then it is 0 plus c gives you c times minus 3. So minus 3c. Now to solve it for c, what we will do? We will move 3c on this side and bring 10 on other side so that we will get the value of c. So we get 3 times c because it's negative. When we move it on other side, it becomes positive, equal 10 times 2 is 20 over 11 minus 10. So when you simplify it, 20 minus 10 times 11 over 11. Again you can use calculator here if you are interested to do that. So this gives you 3c equal 20 minus 110 divide 11, that is minus 90 over 11, which gives you the value of c as minus 90 over 11 into 3. Then this 3 cancels with 90 by 30. So giving you the value of c as minus 30 over 11. Okay. Now we got the value of a and c. So we used s is equal to 3 and 0. Now we will use the next value, s as 1. So when s is 1 in this equation, what we will get? We will get again 10 equal a times 1 square plus 2 plus b times 1 plus c 1 minus 3. So this is 10 equal a times 1 square is 1 plus 2 gives you 3. Now 1 minus 3, this gives you minus 2. This minus 2 is multiplied with b as well as with c. So this will give you minus 2b minus 2c. Now we already have the value of a and c in the previous steps. we substitute it here. So this gives us 10 equal. The value of A is 10 over 11 times 3 minus 2B minus 2, value of C as minus 30 over 11. Now we need to simplify it. So what we can do, as we did in the previous term, we interchange the position of B and 10, because we will keep B term on one side and all the numbers on another side. You can use any other way if that is easier for you. So this gives you 2B positive, because it was negative, so it becomes positive. 10 times 3 gives you 30 over 11. Now this term minus become plus. 2 times 3 60 over 11, and then when this minus goes to the other side, plus goes to other side, it gives you minus 10. When you solve it, LCM is 11. 30 plus 60 minus 10 into 11. So this gives you 90 minus 110 over 11, which is minus 20 over 11. This is the value of 2B. So this gives you B as minus 20 over 11 into 2, which implies B as minus 10 over 11. So now we got the value of all A, B and C. Now we have to substitute these values of A, B and C at the very first place where we introduced it in this step. Okay, so let's write it down what we will get. Let me just write it here. Let's start here. 10 over s plus 3 s square minus 2 equal A over s minus 3, and A is 11, 10 over 11. So 10 divide 11 over s plus 3 plus it's bs plus c. B is minus 10 over 11 and C is minus 30 over 11. So minus BS plus, what is the value of C? C is minus 30 over 11. So this plus minus becomes minus 30 over 11 and whole divided by s square plus 2. Okay, now these are two terms in the numerator, denominator only one term. So we will split them. 10 over 11 s plus 3 minus, plus minus gives you minus 10 over 11 s over s square plus 2, and then plus minus become minus 30 over 11 s square plus 2. So we rewrite this term into 3 parts. Okay, sorry, it was plus 2. Now apply the inverse Laplace transform on both sides. When you apply inverse Laplace transform on both sides, what you will get? Laplace inverse of 10 over s plus 3 s square plus 2 equal, here 10 over 11 is a constant, so you can write 10 over 11 Laplace inverse of 1 over s plus 3 minus, again this 10 over 11 is a constant like this 10 over 11, and here we have 30 over 11 as a constant. So we write minus 10 over 11 Laplace inverse of s over s square plus 2 minus 30 divide 11 Laplace inverse of 1 over s square plus 2. So now we have to find inverse Laplace transform of each term separately. So for this one, it gives you directly e power minus 3t. Here it is s over s square plus 2. So it's matching with the rule of cosine. So 2 you can write root 2 and to the power 2. So this gives you cosine of square root of 2t. Here again 2 you can write root 2 and to the power 2. And if you remember, and you can see it in my previous videos, as we are going to use rule a over a square plus a square, which gives you sine a t. You need a here, so it means you need here square root of 2, which is not there. So you multiply and you divide. So this will give you sine root 2 of t. So this gives you the final answer as first term 10 over 11 e power minus 3t, then minus 10 over 11 cosine root 2t minus 30 divide 11 root 2 sine of square root of 2t. So this completes the solution.